Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news. All right, folks, buckle up, because there's some serious buzz floating around the NFL that could shake up the entire NFC West, and the Seahawks might be right in the middle of it. The rumor mill has been churning, and it's all pointing toward a major potential move that could elevate Seattle's defense to new heights and give them that extra edge they've been craving for a deep playoff run. The name that's been floating around: Chris Jones from the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, that's right. The Chiefs, sitting at 6-3, are reportedly in talks to move one of their most disruptive defensive stars, and the Seahawks are reportedly interested. Now, let's set the scene here. The Chiefs, known for their offensive firepower led by Patrick Mahomes, are in a bit of a cap crunch. They're trying to extend Mahomes' massive deal, which is going to cost them a hefty $240 million extension, a record-breaking number, no doubt. To make that happen, they need to free up some cap space, and that's where the rumors of trading Chris Jones come into play. Jones, a dominant interior pass rusher, has been a force for years, and this season he's been at it again, putting up impressive numbers despite some injury concerns last year. But the big question is, what would a player of his caliber cost? Rumors suggest the Chiefs are asking for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft, focusing on a youth rebuild and bolstering their future. For the Seahawks, this could be a game-changer. They're sitting comfortably at 7-2, but their front line has shown signs of strain, especially with Jarran Reed currently on IR with a wrist and thumb injury. Reed's expected to return around Week 14, but until then, Seattle's interior pressure has taken a hit. Adding Chris Jones would be like injecting a shot of adrenaline into that defensive line. Jones is a guy who can bring that relentless pressure up the middle, disrupt the pocket, and force quarterbacks into hurried throws. His profile is pretty stellar. He's got five sacks this season, along with 22 solo tackles and 18 assists in just 9 games. Over his career, Jones has accumulated over 100 sacks and 500 tackles, and he's been a Pro Bowler 4 times, even earning 2 Super Bowl rings with the Chiefs. His PFF grade is solid at 91. And he's known for his ability to command double teams, freeing up teammates and creating chaos for offenses. If the Seahawks manage to land Jones, the impact would be immediate. Their pass rush, which has been good but not quite elite, could turn into one of the league's top units. We're talking about a potential boost of around 8 additional sacks, which could push their total from 18-3 to an eye-popping 26-27 sacks. That's a game changer. Think about it. The Seahawks already have a solid secondary, but forcing quarterbacks to hurried throws and increasing pressure can lead to turnovers, and turnovers are the currency of playoff success. Seattle's defense, which has been decent, could become a top 10 unit, especially in third-down stops and red zone efficiency. Their run defense, which has been allowing about 4.2 yards per carry, could tighten up even more, reducing yards per carry to around 3.0. That would make life hell for opposing running backs and help keep those high-powered offenses like San Francisco or Philadelphia in check. And let's not forget the secondary, which has been tested but still holds potential. With more pressure up front, the secondary's job gets a lot easier, allowing them to be more aggressive and create turnovers. Seattle's defense could see a significant reduction in the points they allow per game, dropping from an already respectable 18-3 to something closer to 14. That would be a huge boost in their quest for a deep playoff run, especially considering how tight the NFC is this year. On the offensive side, the Seahawks would also benefit. This kind of defensive upgrade tends to lift the entire team, giving Geno Smith and the offense more opportunities to control the clock and score points. Their offensive production could jump from an average of 26 points per game to over 30, pressuring opponents and making it harder for defenses to game plan against them. The Seahawks' Super Bowl odds would also see a bump from plus 1,500 to something closer to plus 500, which is a massive shift. Drafting a player like Jones could be the defining move that transforms Seattle from a good team into a true contender, especially in the playoffs. Now, let's talk a bit about the bigger picture. The Chiefs are making this move not just for cap reasons, but because they're prioritizing their future. They're focusing on extending Mahomes and rebuilding their offensive line, which has leaked 25 sacks so far, and that's been a concern. Trading Jones, who is healthy and playing at a high level again, makes sense for them in the long run. It's about balancing their championship window with the need to develop younger players and manage their cap. For the Seahawks, acquiring Jones would be more than just a short-term boost. It's about establishing a dominant front seven that can carry the team deep into the playoffs and beyond. Think of the impact similar to what Aaron Donald brought to the Rams in 2022. Donald's presence elevated that defense, and a player like Jones could do the same for Seattle. It's a chance to create a defensive identity that's feared across the league, forcing offenses into uncomfortable situations every week. The Seahawks have been riding high this season with a 7-2 record, but they know that to make a real push for the Super Bowl, they need to shore up their defense, especially against the run and in the trenches. Adding a player like Jones could be that final piece, turning a good team into a championship-caliber squad. It's a move that would send shockwaves through the league and set the Seahawks up for sustained success, possibly transforming their defense into one of the league's most disruptive units, capable of carrying them through the playoffs and into the big game. Of course, nothing is set in stone yet. These rumors are still just that, rumors. But given the current cap situation, the Chiefs focus on Mahomes' extension and the Seahawks' needs along the defensive line. It's a scenario worth watching. If this deal happens, it could be one of those trades remembered for years, similar to the moves that turned the Seahawks into Super Bowl champions in the past, or the Rams' big splash with Donald. It's the kind of move that can define a franchise's future, and for fans of the Seahawks, it's an exciting possibility to consider. Imagine a defense led by Jones, relentlessly harassing quarterbacks like Brock Purdy or Jalen Hurts, helping Seattle stay atop the NFC West and pushing them closer to their next Super Bowl appearance. And remember, folks, this kind of move doesn't just benefit the defense. It sends a message to the rest of the league. Seattle is serious about winning now, and they're willing to make bold moves to get there. The Seahawks have always been about that blue-collar mentality, about building a team that fights every week and never gives up. Adding a superstar like Chris Jones could be the ultimate expression of that philosophy, turning the Seahawks into a true powerhouse on both sides of the ball. As fans, we've seen the team grow over the years, and this season feels like a real opportunity to take that next step. The NFC is wide open, and with the right moves, Seattle could be the team everybody fears come playoff time. Now, as the rumors swirl and the deadline approaches, everyone in Seahawks Nation is buzzing. Will it happen? Can Seattle pull off a move of this magnitude? If they do, it'll be one of those moments that fans will talk about for decades, a true franchise-defining move that sets the tone for years to come. So stay tuned, keep the faith, and get ready for what could be an epic chapter in Seahawks history. The potential is there, and the off-season moves are just heating up. This could be the start of a new era for Seattle, one where their defense becomes legendary, and the quest for another Super Bowl continues with even more intensity. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think Chris Jones would be the perfect fit for this team? How do you see him impacting the defense and the overall outlook for the rest of the season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. Remember, I'll be back soon with even more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seahawks news. We're heading into an exciting stretch, and with moves like this on the table, the future looks bright. Let's keep the passion alive, Seahawks Nation.